Hey guys, I'm out here at the Days 2 today. We're going to do another beginning video session for all you guys out there who are new to the Days or are thinking about trying one. Today we're going to focus on the audio aspect. I think this is going to be pretty interesting, so you're going to want to stick around and check it out. Video starts right now. Alright guys, Scott here from the Mental Metal channel and mentalmetaldetecting.com. Today, like I said, we are focusing on the Days 2 yet again. I'm doing a bunch of these lessons out there for you guys who are kind of new to the Days 2, or you might be an old original Days owner. Not an old one, but you know what I mean. I have the original Days. I liked it a lot. And then I switched over and I started using Equinox, and now I'm back to the Days 2, trying it out. And I'm setting these videos up for you guys who are thinking about trying to come over or have bought the Days 2 and just need a little something to help you get over the learning curve a bit. So these videos are very simple. There's nothing fancy about them. I'm not telling you that the Days is better than Equinox or the Equinox is better than the Days 2. I'm not doing those kind of videos, guys. I'm just trying to help you shorten your learning curve. And so today we're going to focus on the audio aspect of the Days 2. And if you're an Equinox user and you know you've been hearing good things about this machine, but you're just not sure because you heard the tones and you're like, that just doesn't sound good to me. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can change the tones and make them sound just almost like the Equinox. And in another video, I'm going to show you how I've actually done that. But that's not today. Today's video is just going to show you how to get into the audio settings. It's really simple, and how to change the audio around a little bit so you can make it sound the way you want it to sound. You don't have to stay in that original Days scratchy tones, I call it, but you can actually make this thing sound really sweet. So we're going to get going. I'm going to take you into my laboratory. Actually, it's my garage. We'll just set up in there because it's kind of cold out here. All right, guys, before we head into the garage and kind of go over the settings here, I just want you to listen to some of the sounds you're going to get from the stock programs. I've gone through this before, but I don't think I've let you listen to them as closely as I am. I got a signal right here. This is in your general settings, or your general program, the very first one. That's what a silver quarter sounds like. I have a silver quarter in the ground here. Here's your sensitive. So a little bit, somewhat similar. Sensitive, full tones. So completely different sound. Here is your fast, so that's using more of a pitch setting. And here's park. Now I have park configured the way I want it, so it's going to sound a little different. But that's what the park program sounds like, with a few more, changes to it. That's not actually the way I want it to be in park. I've changed that around. I have a different program now. Here's deep high conductors. So that sounds pretty good. I'm going to actually mark it so I know where the coin is. All right, so we're going to go through Days Mono. So that's what that sounds like. So Goldfield. Completely different sound there. And Relic. Another pitchy sound. Diving. Kind of a subtle little sound there. Beach. Another little difference there. And we have beach sensitive. Same. Then there's two other programs they put on there. Beach 12, it's the 12th program, Beach P. I don't know what the P means. Pitch maybe. And then you have your 7 fast 40. This is program 13, I believe. So that sounds like that. And then I think that's it. Yeah. So anyway, here's something I've been messing around with for coins. Check out what this sounds like. Doesn't sound like anything, does it? Oh, wait. Did I mark it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Doesn't that kind of sound like the Equinox? That sounds pretty sweet. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, we're going to walk in the house here, in the garage, and we're going to walk through the audio options, and I'm going to show you how to change some of this stuff and not freak you out. It's not that hard to change. You got to get in the menu a little bit to change it. So let's go in there right now and get to it. All right, to change the audio type, right? So right now we are in what we call, I believe it's called PWM or something, the default setting that the Deus is in. That's kind of sounds scratchy, and you can hear it in the background there. If we wanted to make this sound more favorable, something we're more used to, like let's say with an Equinox or an ET Pro or all those machines out there that just have a nicer, rounder sound, we can change the sound or the audio in the Deus. One of the easiest things to do is just go in and change the default sound to what they call square. And to do that, it's really simple. You're going to go into your options and you're going to look for, you're going to scroll down until you get to audio. Right there's audio. You're going to hit select. Now your audio type is PWM. That's what you hear right now. If you want to make that sound a little different, a little better, more appealing to the ears, use your plus button and change it to square. And now what you're going to hear is the machine a little differently. So let me demonstrate here now what it sounds like with these coins. There's still going to be a single tone, that's a quarter. This is a large cent. Let me get back out to the main menu so you can at least see the numbers. Large cent, twist off bottle cap, mercury dime. So park mode has just a couple tones to it, not much. There's your iron ball. But the tones have changed, and they seem to be a little bit more favorable to the ear, in my opinion. Now, you're going to hear some people tell you that the Deus default tones, the PWM, have an advantage. I keep hearing this term tonal nuance or something like that. So it is true that the more you listen to the original tones in the Deus 2, you can start picking up the differences in junk versus coins. So I'm not going to deny that. But for you guys coming over for the first time and you're trying to transition to the Deus, I kind of want to get you up and running as fast as possible so where you're actually digging some stuff. So if you don't like the original sound of the Deus, you can change it to the squaring option, and that's pretty cool to me. Now, there is another way, which is a better way, a cooler way. Now, you still have to change it to squaring, but if you wanted to change each individual tone of the program and give it a different frequency, you can do that. So, but to do that, I got to show you how to get in there. And it's a little tricky, not too tricky, but just follow along, okay? All right, guys, so if we wanted to make this sound different than where we're at in PWM, we can change it to squaring like I just showed you. But what if we wanted to change each of the tones in the program itself? How do we even know how many tones are in the program? Well, it's pretty easy. All you do is go to menu and go into discrimination. Now, discrimination happens to pop up first for me. Now, you're going to say, well, why discrimination? Well, you got to hit this expert button. That opens you up into your tones. So right now, we're doing a 3-tone program. We could change the tones. We could make it a 5-tone program if we wanted to, or 4, 5, pitch, full. You can change the audio on all of these programs. That's basically how you do it. But what if we just want to go back and make it It's at 3 tones now, but what if we wanted to change the tone frequencies and make it sound exactly the way we want to? But let's actually take a look and see what the tones are actually ringing up as they are in the stock program. You got to hit Expert again. This puts you into this weird menu, weird configuration window. But basically it's your tone break. So anything from 0 to 7.0 is your tone 1, and it's going to ring up at 100 hertz, all right? Now to move to each tone break, all you do is hit this down arrow or hit this button on the left. So that moves you into tone 2. Your tone 2 is actually hitting at 518 hertz. If we do it again to tone 3, this one you're actually hitting 644 hertz. So nothing's really ringing really high. It's all kind of flat to me. But what if we wanted to change it? Well, let's go back to tone 1. Are we okay with tone 1 hitting 100 hertz? Well, tone 1 is going to be your iron. So you heard what that sounds like. I'll just kind of demonstrate it again here. Here's an iron ball. So that's your tone break for iron. Anything from 0 to 7 is going to ring that way. But what if we wanted to listen to a nickel at tone 2? So you don't have to change tone breaks to hear it. I'm just kind of showing you as an example. So this is what your nickel would sound like. It's in the 0 or 7.0 to 72 range. It's hitting like, you know, 55, whatever, 58. That's what a nickel sounds like. So it's kind of flat, you know. Let's jump to the next one. So this one's going to hit at 644. Here's a mercury dime. So it kind of sounds all right, but, you know, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of flat. What if we wanted to change that silver tone and make it really, really pop? Well, all you do is you're already in tone 3, your tone 3 break. All right, tone 3 at 644. We want to change it and increase it. So now we're at 651. I want to change this up to like 900 hertz to make it sound really good. Let's just say 951. Now here's that same mercury dime. Check it out. Kind of sounds like some other machine, doesn't it? But what if I wanted to change the second tone and make it sound better? Well, you just scroll back over to get to your second tone. And if 518 isn't good for you, then up arrow or up, plus up your button here. Maybe I want to make it like, I don't know, 800. Let's try 800. What's that sound like? So a nickel would sound like this now. So you get the idea, right? That's how you change the tones of this machine. It's really, really simple. But what if I wanted to change the tones altogether and make it a different, like 3 tones now? But what if I wanted to make it 4 tones? You just use your plus button, and now you got 4 tones. So when you go into your 4 tones, you can hit expert and see where your tone breaks are. Now I'm going to give you a little hint. This is where you start making your configuration programs, your own programs that you want to make. You can change tone breaks. I didn't show you that yet. I kind of did it by accident, but I'm not going to go into that in this video because it's a little confusing. I don't want to get anybody overwhelmed. But I'm just showing you again, you have 4 tones to change in this one if you change it to 4 tones. Let's go back. Let's make it a 5 tone. If you hit your expert button again, right here, now you got 5 tones you can change. Starting out at 0 to 7.0. Then you're 7 to 35, and then you're 35 to 50, 50 to 72, and 72 to 99. You can change every one of those tones, any frequency you want. That's the cool part about this machine. You can, it's it's highly configurable to what you want it to be. So I guess the point I'm trying to make here is, if you're intimidated by the way the Deus sounds, you don't need to be. You can actually make it sound the way you want. It's a little overwhelming, I know, for people to kind of jump in this in the beginning to start messing around with this, but if you've watched all my lessons, I basically taught you how to kind of navigate around the menu system and get to where you want to be. This is like, we're getting into a little bit more advanced stuff now. Not too advanced, but you can actually change the audio of this machine, and this is how you do it. So the first thing you want to do if you want to change the program tone, let me get out of here. So remember, if you want to change the program tone, you can go into your options, find the audio, select it. You can change it from square to PWM, that's the default, or you can go back to square and make it sound similar to one of the machines you're probably used to using. I kind of like the square tones for the coins that the coin program I'm trying to make here, so I'm going to leave it in square for a while. Now when you change any of these and you don't save it into your custom programs, I'm pretty sure those settings will not save, but I'm not 100% sure, so we're going to try it. So if I've changed all those, I changed this to square. Will it stay as square if I power off the machine? So we're going to try it out. We're going to power off, and then we're going to power back up again. And let's see if our program for park shoots back up and it starts off in park mode. I think it will. And we're going to pick speaker. So we're back in park mode. Are we still in square mode? So if you find audio type, and yes it is, it's back in square. So it didn't change. Now let's actually see if our tones changed, if they stayed the same. So we're still in park. We want to go to menu. We want to go in discrimination, expert, 3 tones, expert again. Tone 1 is 100. Tone 2 is 518. And tone 3 is 644. So the changes we made did not save off. That's important to note. Now, if you were to save this off in a custom program, they would have saved. So I just want you to be aware that some of these settings you change are not global. They will not stay when you power off the machine. These default programs will only remember a couple settings that you change and stay there until the next time you go in. But some of these other ones will not. It'll go back to what it was. So and just to prove it, if I wanted to change the frequency of tone 3, raise it to 800, go back, power off the machine, go back, power off the machine, wait a second, power back on, speaker. Let's go back into we're in park still. Let's go into menu, discrimination, expert, 3 tones, expert. I want to check the tones. Tone 1 is 100 like it was. Tone 2, 518, but tone 3 is still 644, so it does not save off. So that's just something you need to be aware of, okay? Well, guys, that's really it. That's all I wanted to show you today about the audio, where you can actually change the audio. Very simple thing to do, and make it sound the way you want to. Now, if you guys have any questions and you want to see something specific from me in the Deus II, drop me a comment, let me know. I'm getting a lot of good ideas over on my Patreon page. People are, my patrons are giving me feedback on these videos. So if you want to be a Patreon member, join us over there and have a great conversation about this metal detector and everything else we talk about. But if you have any comments you want to drop in the comment section, I usually answer all of them. So just drop one and let me know what you think. Let me know what you want me to kind of go over. We're getting pretty far here in the Deus menu system. We're going to start doing some saving of custom programs here shortly. I have a coin program that I've built for this machine that I'm going to try, and it's going to sound exactly like or pretty close to the Equinox, and you might want to hang around and check that video out when I put it out. But that's all I wanted to go over today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in another mental metal video. See ya!